Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars on the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Aggression in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploded like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, they're a force can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Ken in the morning, because Ken is still on vacation, and he should be back here tomorrow. But we do have ourselves I guess you can call it a football game tonight. I'd probably call it a massacre, because I'm expecting Buffalo to absolutely trounce the Dolphins. That with what we've seen, we got a Darren. What is up there, Darren?
Oh, just, got off work and then jumped on College Football 26.
There you go.
I'm a head coach. So I'm in year 2029, 30, going in 30.
God damn, man. Is that all you do? Just play it.
Dude, telling you, Gophers are like 4.5 star ranking. That's how I got them up.
Well, speaking of college teams, we got one that should be a college team in Miami playing Buffalo tonight. What are you expecting from this game, Darren?
I think it's going to be a matter of time before we see their coach in Miami gone. I think they give them till about after the bye week to figure it out, and I think it's like three games after the bye week, and I think they make that decision.
You're thinking Mike McDaniel's going to be fired in season.
I think he's going to be done.
You know, a lot of times I like to argue against it, but this is definitely one of those circumstances.
Yeah,
it very well could be warranted, because it looks like he's lost the locker room. The guys going out there don't have that desire and fire to play. And Broski, that is massively up in the air right now, because he had his collarbone repaired surgically, and then they repaired the fracture that he had in his foot. It's listed as indefinite right now, but if he does come back, I don't see it to be until like maybe December, maybe. What massively sucks, because he's a good receiver and all. Granted, he does have drop issues, but hey, this might be a way to force Matthew Golden into the spotlight a little sooner, because we've already updated the depth chart and Matthew Golden is taking over the slot for him.
The only way I see Mike McDaniel winning the locker room is somehow they pull one out of their ass and they beat Buffalo. That's the only way I could see him getting that locker room back.
I could definitely see that being a galvanizing moment, but what do you realistically think that's going to happen? Like, I see those odds are super huge.
But dude's got like a 10% chance of getting that locker room to turn around. And that's like very fucking slim.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not like your quarterback's obviously struggling in your scheme. I mean, coming out of San Francisco, you're supposed to be this fucking guru.
I mean, to be fair, in the beginning,
I haven't seen it after the first year that he had with them.
well, the first couple of years, his offense was pretty damn good. But I think he fell into the Mike McCarthy thing where he let it get stale and didn't update it. That he thought that, oh, my scheme is just so great, nobody's ever going to be able to crack it. And we're talking about McDaniel with the Dolphins, Joe.
Yeah,
McDaniel with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's done.
I think there's a few different factors that go into that. You know, I think the longer you play in the league, the more film there is on you, the more people study your tendencies. So I think teams, especially in the division, like they get a sort of an idea of your play calling, of what you like to do in certain situations, so they can start to say, hey, you know, like usually when it's 3rd and long, like we get a call like this. And I also think that Tua, like, it's the same thing with Tua. Like, you know, when you have a few tape on him, like, you know, you can extrapolate that and you can start to look at his tendencies. And I think that's why you're seeing him start to have so many turnovers and stuff, is like, you know, that he's being figured out. There's guys, you know, defensive players on other teams that watch film and they're like, you know, they pick up on things. But I also think Miami's lost a lot of talent. Like, you know, they've kept their track stars, but you know, it's like there's other big parts of their team that have just left over the last couple of years, and
Especially on the defensive side of the ball.
And I think, you know, for, you know, we've all.
Nope, we got a frozen Joe. I didn't know shit would freeze outside in California. Oh man, that's a rough face to freeze on too. He must have thought of the Miami Dolphins outlook before he froze.
Oh no, it's just stupid internet.
Uh-huh.
McDonald's Wi-Fi. So
I didn't know you were that, Joe.
oh, don't call me that, Joe. No. So I think that just we've kind of fooled ourselves. Like, all of us I think have been a little bit guilty of this, where we notice the players departing, but we think to ourselves, well, they still got the track stars, so they'll still be good. But it's like the talent around them has eroded, and so I think that's what you're seeing now.
Yep, and I think Broski hit the nail on the head there.
I agree.
Yeah.
That how do you get rid of a coach for being too hard on the players? What? You know, I could have swore that, you know, we're leading, that they're leading these guys here into a violent physical sport. You know, you didn't think having a hard coaching that would be the cutoff.
Wasn't that
a bridge too far, man?
Wasn't that Tua's knack about Flores? He was too tough.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, Flores was tough for a different reason, though. Because Flores is like, I never fucking wanted you. Like, I didn't want you in the first place, dude. They fucking made me draft you. I didn't even want you, bro. You suck. You suck, bro. Like, you know, that. So, like, I mean, as funny as it is, it's true, though. Like, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? They had this huge thing where Flores was like, I didn't want to draft Tua. Mm-hmm. I didn't want him. I wanted Herbert.
Yep. And A-Dub brings up a damn good point here. If this is McDaniel, his last season there, is Tua done at quarterback?
I think Tua's done either way, man. Like, if McDaniel manages to save his job, it's only going to be by throwing Tua under the bus. You know, like, he's going to have to say, look, you know, Tua's not he's going to have to go to the ownership and be like, look, Tua's not the quarterback that I need to run this system. Like, he throws too many interceptions. I need somebody who's more accurate. Like, he's going to have to throw Tua under the bus.
I think it's safe to say at this point in Tua's career, he'd just be a backup.
At this point in his career, I don't think Tua should be playing.
I'm with Joe on this one.
And
You
it's
know-
not that he's not good enough to be a backup. It's that like one more serious concussion, like could seriously brain damage this dude. Yeah.
More than he already is, because you got to assume the amount of concussions he's had in such a short period of time, there's some type of brain damage going on.
And back to back, dude. Like, remember that game where he got 2 concussions in the same game? Like, they kept him in there and he got knocked out again. Like, that's the worst kind of concussion that you can get. When you get concussed and then, like, while you're, like, you just got, you know, like that same day or even in that same hour, you get concussed again. Those are because that second concussion is so much worse than the first, dude. It's not like, you know, when you're measuring it, it's not 2 times as bad. It's 50 times as bad. Like, it's exponential. So, yeah, dude.
Fucking door.
Not even gonna dignify that.
How many games are you willing to give Gino with performance like last time? It doesn't have to be as bad as last time, but an underwhelming one. How many are you willing to give him before you want to try and see what your backup's got, or are you just riding with him the whole way, good and bad?
Look, dude, that game was terrible, and you know it was Gino's probably going to be his worst game of the season. At least one would hope. But it's a win-win for the Raiders, dude, because Gino's under contract. We can. So I looked it up. We can actually, if we trade him after this season, there's no dead cap hit. If we release him, there's like, I think it's like 18 or 25, between 18 and 25 million in dead cap for the rest of his contract because we signed him to a 3-year deal, right? But if we were able to trade him, they could trade him for a 7th round. They could trade him for a turkey sandwich, bro, just to get him off the books. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody will give up a 7th rounder for him at least as a backup. Like, so I'm not really worried about that. If he continues to play like he did, that means that we're in line to get our next quarterback, which we need to do anyway while Gino's on the roster. If he plays well, then, you know, we're going to win some games. So it's really a win-win for the Raiders at this point. Like, if he plays really terrible all season, I would anticipate that they would try to get out of his contract. But at the same time, we're only paying him like 35 million, 36 million, which, yeah, that sounds like a lot, but that's not starting quarterback money in the NFL. He's not making Jordan Love money. So he's making what a
He keeps picking the perfect times to freeze.
I'm here.
Okay. Man, I was going to say the perfect times to freeze each time.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's a win-win for the Raiders at this point. Like, you're paying him middle of the road money. Like, if he dicks the dog, okay, well, we're going to be in a great position to draft our next quarterback, which we need to do anyway because he was never meant to be like our long-term solution. He's just a stopgap quarterback.
Do you think there's any way that they bench him this year?
No.
Even if he puts up a couple of performances like the last game, not saying he will, but if he does, you still don't think that? Okay.
I don't think so. Well, it's possible, I guess, because we have Kenny Pickett, but I don't think Kenny Pickett is any better than Gino. Like, I think Gino's definitely better than Kenny Pickett. And it doesn't make, like, I think the Raiders are thinking like I'm thinking, that, you know, if Gino doesn't do well, it's going to put us in perfect position to draft our next quarterback. If he does do well, great. Then it builds something that we, or, you know, it's like it's something that we can build on for next season, and we're still going to go try to get our quarterback. So, yeah, I don't. It's possible, like, you know, if Gino, that's the one thing, is if Gino like is really bad and the Raiders like lose, you know, a lot of games, it's possible that Max will want out.
Didn't Max say something about not wanting to be part of a rebuild?
Yeah, he did, and they convinced him, like Pete Carroll and everything. They convinced him to stay, and that we're gonna try to build this thing the right way. And but you know what? At this point, if Max wants out, I say go ahead and get whatever you can get for him, dude. Like, he's a great player, but one player doesn't make a team, and the Raiders have been one player away. So, like, as much as I would hate to lose him because he's like the epitome of our franchise, like, there are other defensive ends that play good football,
Mm-hmm. You can get somebody to replace the football aspect, but the locker room aspect and how much he means to the fans, it's going to take a little bit to garner somebody again like that.
I don't think you can find another guy like Max as far as leadership goes. Like, he's the leader of that team, hands down. And so, don't get me wrong. I'm not like sitting here trying to push him out. Like, I definitely want him to stay.
Yeah, you're just saying if it happens, you understand why.
I understand why. Like, and not being selfish. Like, I want Max to win a championship in his career, dude. He deserves it. The guy's a fucking baller. So if the Raiders are not going to make the moves necessary to build a team that he could do that with, then I say if he wants to go somewhere and try to win a ring, let him go. Get what you can get, because it's beneficial for the Raiders too. Like, what I don't want is him traded for a turkey. He goes and wins a ring, and then we're left with nothing. Like, I would not be happy with. But Max, if the Raiders were actually willing to consider trading Max, he would fetch a pretty penny, dude, on the free agent market. I'm thinking he would get somewhere close to the Parsons deal, dude.
I don't know if it'd be quite the Parsons one with multiple first rounds. I could see a first round, but I don't know if it's multiple first rounds in a player just because of his age.
He's only 28.
Oh, I thought he was 30 already.
No, he's like 28.
Oh,
maybe 29. And he's under contract for another three seasons. And his contract is actually, I think it's like $27.5 million a year or $28 million a year. He's not making Micah money. So, like, all those things combined, like, you have him under contract for 3 more years at a reasonable salary, and he's a top 5 pass rusher sack wise, but it's not just sacks, man. The dude consistently leads the league in pressures. He's a run stopping force. Like, he does things that doesn't do as well. So, yeah, I think the Parsons trade is a fair indicator of what you could get. Are they going to get exactly that? I didn't say they were. I said I think that's like a good, I think he's going to get somewhere close to that.
Now, I'm going to hate myself for even mentioning this, but you should probably call up the Detroit Lions because you might be able to squeeze 2 first-round picks out of them for a pass rusher.
Yeah. Not calling them. If I'm the Raiders, I'm going to try to keep Max, Yeah. And I'm going to hope that this season turns out well enough that Max wants to stay.
Yeah.
I say you get whatever you want out of them, but if it was a team that you could fleece, I could see the Bears getting fleeced. I see they got one more fleecing in them.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's so close after the Caleb trade that their fingers might be not too anxious to touch that stove again. You know what I mean?
Wait. So you're telling me, Joe, they didn't win that trade?
No, they definitely won the trade. They just lost on their. I think they might have lost on the quarterback. Like, they definitely won the trade, no matter how you slice it, dude.
Okay.
They lost on the quarterback part.
Yeah, they lost on the quarterback part, but they got a bunch of players for that. So
yeah,
I mean, they built a good, they built a good chunk of their roster on that.
Man, can you imagine how upset DJ Moore's got to be? He went from playing with quarterback after quarterback in Carolina. Now he goes over to Chicago, and it's 2 quarterbacks already with a possible third.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel for him because he's a damn good receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just being pissed away over there.
So are you saying, Darren, that you can understand why he quit on the team mid-play?
Yeah, I understand. I do.
I don't I mean, I understand being frustrated, but I don't understand quitting on your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're being paid millions of dollars to do it. Bro, if you were paying me millions of dollars, I'll go out there with a smile on my face and you know, not catch balls. Like, I'll sit there and be like, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm going to get in the hot tub after this. Like, you know, like,
what if you got Jimmy Garoppolo out there throwing you hospital balls?
okay, then I might be like, hey, coach, you know, I got my ankles kind of sore. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, I'm trying to live to spend some of this money. You know what I mean? Like, Jimmy's gonna get me killed in here. You're not gonna get me Daryl Stingley, bro. Like,
now what if it's Caleb's accuracy?
See, I'm not convinced that Caleb is an absolute bust yet. Like, I think there are positive parts to his game. He just hasn't figured out. Like, there's some things that he hasn't figured out yet. But I do think if he doesn't figure it out by the end of this year, like, the Bears should probably look at getting a new quarterback, dude.
Yeah. Hey, I've said it multiple times on this podcast and many others. I think he's got all the talent in the world you'd want for a quarterback. It's just between his ears is where you have the issue with it. Whether it's the processing of the plays, his on and off the field antics.
Well, and you know, there's an interesting statistic out there that, you know, I didn't really think about at the time, but once I heard it, I was like, you know what, that's true, because I went back and remembered Caleb's college career. He played really, really well against bad defenses, but every time he played a top flight defense, and one game in particular I can remind you of is that Notre Dame game where he threw 3 picks and just the Notre Dame just had him running all over the field. Like, every defense in the NFL is better than the best college defense.
Yep.
So it's like you're going against that every week, dude. You're playing Notre Dame every week, dude. You know? So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if he can adjust to that.
Yeah, you hope so for the sake of the player. Being rival fans, I don't hope it works out because, you know, he's a rival.
Obviously.
I still don't want to see the kid absolutely crash and burn. It sucks for him on a personal level, but hey, 'tis football. We've seen a lot of guys crash and burn.
Mm-hmm. And I'll just say, Jaden Daniels is looking pretty good about now. You had the number 1 pick, bro. Like, you could have taken Jaden Daniels, and I mean, imagine the year that Jaden Daniels had last year. Imagine where the Bears would be if they had taken Jaden Daniels.
I think they just ruined Jaden Daniels, like Caleb, just like the whole Mitch Trubisky and Patrick Mahomes debate. I think they would have ruined him too.
I mean, it's a hypothetical, so it's like it's hard to argue.
Yeah,
it's hard to argue, but I mean, I think Jaden Daniels has the kind of talent that, like, I don't think you can ruin the kid. Like, he's just really good. You know, I think he could have went to the worst team in the league, and he might, like, they might not be winning games, but it's not because of Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? Like, imagine putting Jaden Daniels on the New York Giants right now.
Well, I was going to say, that's not fair because they have a damn good receiver that's making even Russell Wilson look kind of serviceable.
Yeah, but they have nothing else. I mean, they have defensive players, but on offense, like their cupboards are bare, bro. But do you think that Jaden Daniels wouldn't be 2-0 right now?
Oh.
They lost to the Commanders and the Cowboys. Like, you put Jaden Daniels with Malik Neighbors.
You know, I might actually have to agree with you on that, Joe.
I feel like they'd be 2-0 right now, dude. Because you're looking at a Commanders team without Jaden Daniels, and you're looking at a Cowboys team that, like, yeah, Russ had a great game last week, but he also threw the pick to seal it, right?
Yep. It's the perfect Russell Wilson game. He showed some flashes that, oh my God, he still got it, and then he showed his dumbass decision making that cost the game. To me, it's a perfect encapsulation of Russell Wilson now.
It's just crazy how far Russ has fallen. Because, like,
he was one of the absolute best quarterbacks in the league 10 years ago.
Yeah. And it's like he's not a really old guy either. Like for the NFL, I mean, like, you know, his decline came really early. Usually you see guys that, you know, even at 35, 36, they're still playing good ball. But he's not.
So are you saying Russell Wilson has no future?
It's not just no future. I'm saying, like, realistically, like, he could have been out of the league a few years ago, and I wouldn't have been like, oh, that's a travesty. Like, you know,
I think you slightly missed the pun there.
yeah. You know, I don't know. I definitely think this is his last year as a starter.
That's what I'm thinking too. And with the way Russell Wilson's ego is, I don't know if he can be a backup in the league. I think he retires.
Hey, Eric, don't be sad.
Oh,
For one game?
I was going to say he's not wrong.
But for one game, he did better than Geno Smith? Okay.
Well, I was going to say, to be fair, after 2 games, they're probably about neck and neck.
No, because the Raiders are 1-1.
Yes, the Raiders are. Not
Geno. And Geno threw for 360 yards in that game.
Yeah, and Russ threw for 400 and something and still lost.
Yeah. Well, Geno threw for 360 and won, and then he threw for 150 and lost. Russ threw for, I don't know, it was like 150 in the first one and lost, and then he threw for 400 in the second one and lost. So I don't think they're the same. So.
Yeah, and I was going to say Jim brings up a hell of a point. How much of Russ being good was a product of Pete Carroll's system?
I think that's a bit of revisionist history. I think that's like, just because Russ is washed now doesn't mean we have to shit on his entire career. Like, Russ was a good quarterback. I don't think it was all Pete's system. I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, he was terrible and it was all Pete Carroll, but I definitely think Pete Carroll played a huge part in why Russ was good. Did he tailor the offense to suit Russ's strengths? Absolutely. And that's what a good coach should do, right? But at the end of the day, Russ still had to make the throws.
Mm-hmm.
Russ still had to escape the pocket and you know, escape pressure. Like, do you remember how good Russ was at that? Like, in Russ's prime,
hold on. Do you got to remind me, a Packers fan that watched that shit, that we were in the NFC Championships watching this shit go down?
But that's what I'm saying. So you remember this so vividly, and yet we're going to sit here and entertain this argument that it was all Pete Carroll. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, you as a Packer fan should know better than anybody how hard Russ was to sack. Like, he broke your heart a couple of times, didn't he?
Yeah. He moved pretty well on our Swiss cheese defense.
So that's all I'm saying is, like, give the man his flowers for what he accomplished, but at this point, I think it's time that he, calls it a day.
But to be fair, too, is outside of Pete Carroll's system, he has not done shit. He has looked horrible in Denver, in Pittsburgh, and so far with the Giants.
That's true, but you can't automatically say that it's because he's no longer in Pete Carroll's system, because they were talking about that they should trade him 2 years before they actually did in Seattle. Remember, there was a whole big story about it, about should Pete trade Russ, and that, to me, that says that his decline had already started. And the Seahawks, even though they sold at a great time, but they could have sold even earlier. But I mean, they also fleeced the Broncos for what they got. Yeah. They fleeced the Broncos for Russ. Yeah, but again, Jim, it's a bit of revisionist history to say that he left the Seahawks and all of a sudden he sucked, because the fact is he sucked for the Seahawks for a couple years before they traded him.
Well,
the decline had already started.
Don't forget, too, is that during those couple of years where he sucked, there was that whole adage of let Russ cook. And
yeah, they were letting Russ cook, but he wasn't cooking anything that was edible. Let's put it that way.
So you're saying he was cooking meth?
Straight up bathtub Billy.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And he wasn't cooking the Walter White meth either. He was cooking that dirty Mexican dope. He was cooking that dirty Mexican dope that you got to blow off half of it before you can take a hit. Don't ask me how I know about any of this stuff.
Hey, we all did some crazy shit in our early lives.
Yeah, I'm 42 years old, dude. If you think I never, seen a meth pipe before, I've seen one or two.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen one, but I've never used it.
Well,
and again, to be fair, that's one of the only few I haven't.
Yeah, for me, it was
a wild time.
For me, it was crack and heroin. Those were the two that I was I could never bring myself to do.
Mine was meth and crack.
That's interesting. So heroin wasn't off the table for you.
No, it wasn't.
That's nuts. Because for me, I always had this thing I could never stick a needle in my arm. I could never stick a needle in my arm, dude. That for me, that was
neither did I. It all went up the schnoz.
The Raiders never had a quarterback that was cooking. Eric, stop.
Wait, stop. Hold on. To be fair, Eric was born once the Raiders already sucked. He didn't get to see the glory years. Wait a minute. I didn't get to see the glory years either.
So you did get to see Rich Gannon?
No, wait. Yeah, no, I saw Rich Gannon.
Okay. Those were some glory years, dude. We didn't win the Super Bowl, but to sit here and try to act like the Raiders weren't a good team at that time, they were a great team. Joe, Rich made 4 straight Pro Bowls, won an MVP.
Joe, I've told you this before, and it reigns perfectly true still. That's my older brother's team, so any shot that I can take on the Raiders is more than fine by me.
And Eric, you're leaving out some key context. When the people were comparing Derek Carr to Aaron Rodgers, it was after the 2016 season. And before he was known as
Baby A-Rod for a reason.
Because he was playing excellent ball until he broke his leg. And once he broke his leg, I mean, and this is the thing,
too. You know what, Brusky? I might have to make a podcast, The Dark Side of Huddle Sports. Thanks for the idea.
Just call Vice, dude. They'll make a new show about it. Vice TV.
All right, Joe. It looks like you, Nick, and me are all fucking starring in this one.
Yeah. We can start with the prison years.
Joe, I'm gonna have to let you take that one because I never went.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I got plenty of stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jim, I've been preaching this for the past couple of years. Is I'd love to see Gruden come back. And
I don't think he's going to come back until the lawsuit is settled, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But I got a feeling that this lawsuit is going to be coming to an end sometime this year. So I have just this weird feeling about it. I have absolutely really nothing to go on this now. Is I got a feeling Gruden's going to end up with the Giants. And on that note, we have a Woody.
Yabba dabba fucking do.
You selling foot pedal cars now?
Yeah, I'm selling a Explorer for you and your family.
And it comes with a free Bronto burger.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Or that big ass side of dino ribs, remember, that they put on the side of the car tips over?
Yeah, for. I was just watching that Flintstones movie the other night. It was on with John Gruden. That's funny. Or Don. I'm sorry, Don. What is it? John Goldman? Holy fuck! I forgot his name.
John Goodman.
Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman. That's it. Yeah. That was
I was gonna
Charlie
say, I
Garner
didn't know John Gruden was in a movie.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, he's Chucky. He's in a movie.
That was Charlie Garner was one. That was one of the best running back performances I've ever seen when Charlie Garner played for the Raiders, dude. Like that dude was a beast.
How about
Like,
Napoleon
he doesn't
Kaufman
get,
on a
like,
Monday night?
recognized that much. But
Remember that, Joe? Napoleon
Remember what?
Kaufman on that Monday night game?
Which one?
Remember, did he get his fucking something fucked up, his leg or something? It was a long time ago. He got hurt on a Monday night football game?
No, not Napoleon Kaufman. That's Napoleon McCallum.
Well, I'm fucked up
Where
with
his
names.
leg got turned all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Napoleon McCallum, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry. Right church, wrong pew. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up,
No,
Eric? How you doing?
Napoleon Kaufman didn't suffer any kind of career-ending injuries. Like, he just quit. He quit to become a pastor. He's actually a pastor in Alameda.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Wow.
Great dude.
Well, we'll see.
Daniel, I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up getting fired during the season.
Oh, Dave Ball won't be there all year. No way.
Yeah, I think McDaniel goes first, though.
So I'm gonna need all these Packers fans to give me an apology. I screen recorded the video and showed them that Belton did give up that sack.
Thank you.
I ain't fucking saying sorry to nobody.
Holy shit!
I
Nick,
fucking knew that Woody was a Packers fan. I knew it.
Yeah. Dude, hey, I'm going to tell you, did anybody watch the House Hall report last night?
Hey, Nick.
Fuck you, Zen. Okay, listen. I put the stats up because you know how I wanted Daniels and then I wanted Tyler Warren, right?
Right.
The stats up to 2 weeks, okay? Colston Loveland has 2 catches for 10 yards. Tyler Warren, 11 catches for 155.
Yeah, Tyler Warren looks really good. Even with Daniel Jones.
Good job, Poles, you fucking asshole.
Hey, Nick.
What up?
It's funny that you mentioned Woody being a Packers fan, because I was going to say that Caleb hate is just a little too real, isn't it?
Oh, well, fuck, Jesus Christ. I'm real at this, man. I'm telling you, it's not the answer. It's not the answer at all. And if they fucking blow that game this week when I'm there, I'm just gonna knock out a fucking Bears fan just for the hell of it with the Williams jersey on.
Thank you, and make sure you record it, Woody.
With the Williams jersey on, he's gonna cold cock him in his chin. That's it.
There are Bears fans. Hey, Woody, there are Bears fans wearing Caleb jerseys.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I could see like DJ Moore or Romo Dunze. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of a couple of jerseys that Caleb Williams jerseys there, and I'll send it to you.
oh, man.
And if you guys lose again, point at everybody that's wearing a Caleb jersey and go, "You're the fucking problem."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my fucking God! And guess who's going to be at the tailgate now for Bajan's father's going to be there at the tailgate on Sunday.
Oh wow!
So I'm going to arm wrestle him and kick his ass too.
Who are the Bears
I'm
playing
trying
this
to
week?
go the Khalil Mack route.
What's that, Joe?
Who are the Bears playing this week?
Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Eee.
Oof.
Yeah, it's going to be tough with Jalen Johnson out and Tyreek Stevenson is playing with himself, and
And they
You
just
know,
got
it-
Clowney.
and they just got Clowney. They needed that though. Dallas's defense is
It's just funny that they need Jadeveon Clowney after they traded Micah Parsons and said, no, what we need is a run stopper. This is obviously better for our D line, and then you can't get to the quarterback. Oh, let's get Jadeveon Clowney.
yeah.
Right?
Wow. I'd rather have the Darius Smith.
Yeah, I would too.
But now he's a Sheagle. Now he's a Sheagle because the fucking Sheagles need all these players.
I actually
Yeah,
thought
right.
it was a good move by the Eagles. They have enough defensive linemen. They can let him pin his ears back and just go for it.
I'll pin his ears back. That's kind of disgusting though, but I don't want to picture that. And they just traded for Bigsby too out of Jacksonville. I was like, dude, what the fuck? You got rid of Gainwell, which I liked when he was in Philly. He was a good backup, but what the fuck?
You know the whole reason they traded for Bigsby, right?
Wait up. Let me see the punchline. Hold on.
It's because Saquon's going to be out this
Oh, the
next.
batting curse. Yeah, I got you.
Oop, I'll be back.
Batting.
No, the triple curse.
The triple curse. Yeah. Wow. So it's so pretty to see his fucking face in a beautiful Kelly green fucking jersey.
Eric, there's so much that you could troll the Raiders for. These lame ass attempts, I'm expecting better from you, bro. Like, Amari Cooper retired because he was washed. Okay,
Right?
Darius Hayward-Bay. Yeah, we had a bad draft pick at receiver, and we could have taken Crabtree. The Raiders have made so many worse decisions than that. They pick one, bro.
Okay, Joe, I'll pick one.
Here, let me
Raiders.
pick for
Raiders.
you. Let me pick for you. How about drafting Jamarcus Russell instead of Calvin Johnson?
I'll troll you, Joe. Raiders are not good.
A troll's not supposed to be true.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, wow, Joe. Come on.
I think it's a little early to say that they're not good.
I was just kidding.
They
I was just
didn't
kidding.
play good. They didn't play good last week, but I don't think that means they're not a good team yet. I think we need to wait about 4 or 5 more weeks to see what we're working with.
Well, I pretty know what the Bears are after 2 weeks.
Although
you
I
gotta
can
just
tell
throw
you-
that
I
right
can
the
tell
fuck
you-
out.
Although I can tell you at 0-2, the Giants are not good.
Yeah. Everybody's picking Russell Wilson up in their fucking fantasy drafts.
Why?
Oh,
But see, the thing is though, is like he was it Jim that asked, or one of the guys in the chat asked who's going to get fired, or if Dable makes it to the end of the season. I think Dable could make it to the end of the season if he throws Russ under the bus and starts Dart as soon as possible. I think that's the only way he saves his job.
So I wanted to ask you, what I've been hearing rumors yesterday of Cincinnati looking at Winston. Any truth on that?
I haven't heard anything, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I haven't heard that besides like Facebook rumor type of stuff. But I will say Cincy did try to trade for Malik Willis from Green Bay, but they only offered a 4th round pick, so they got shut down for it. So it wouldn't shock me if they try going out and getting crab legs. I just don't think that the Giants want to move on from him because I think he's the mentor for Jackson Dart. You see the way those two guys pal around together, and then how Jameis is almost the heartbeat of that team.
That would be a weird mentor, throwing for 5,000 yards with 50 interceptions in 1 year.
Okay, well, Jim, since you want someone to dog your lines, you're going to get absolutely destroyed by the Ravens. So that's why we're not talking about it, because it's a foregone.
Let me do this. Hey, Jim.
Okay, there you go.
The Lions got lucky last week against us.
Come on, Woody. Tell them how you really feel.
Those fucking penalties. That guy, he wasn't out of bounds. He was out inbounds, and they said he was out, and that's when St. Brown scored on the fourth down before the halftime and stuff like that. Yeah, you guys got fucking lucky. Was that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, if somebody says they feel left out, then I'll be glad to make them feel welcome. Wow. There you go, Joe. How about that one?
Ooh.
I doubt it.
Wow.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Denver doesn't look the greatest right now. They don't look terrible, but they look beatable.
I wish I can take my picks back. I did pick Denver to win that division. I don't know why.
I'll tell you one thing for sure. I'll tell you one thing for sure. The Giants are going 0-6 in the division. That's for sure. Does anybody think the Giants? Does anybody see the Giants winning a division game?
I don't know. I see the Eagles resting their. I see the Eagles resting their starters, and the Giants pulling out a 3-0 win.
I see him winning that second game with Dallas.
That's what I was about to say. I think they can squeak one out against the Cowboys.
No, Eli's not playing, so I don't think so. Jim, I just wanted you to feel welcome. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Jim, Baltimore is going to be more than tough, dude.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. I did pick the Bills and Rams in the Super Bowl.
Eric, you and I are gonna have a trash talking course because this is not it, buddy.
I mean, I don't trash talk. Everybody will win against me, but
he's trying to troll me, but he's basically clowning himself at this point. No, I don't even have to do nothing.
Clowney signed with the Cowboys.
Here's what I want you to do, Eric. I want you to stand in front of your mirror, and I want you to practice all your trash talk, dude. I want you to write down some stuff, get a little notebook. You know what I mean?
Well,
write
Joe,
some shit down.
I thought you were going to say something else in front of the mirror. Thank God you said that.
Yeah, no, we're not trying to turn Eric into Caleb Williams.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
anything else in front of the mirror, I have no interest in.
Again, Caleb has a mirror on his ceiling. He's all set, ready to go.
Could you imagine being the poor guy having to install that? Well, you and your girlfriend should really like this. Oh, I'm single.
Yeah. Wow. Nice. Darren, so I heard Cam Akers is now a Viking, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's a 1X that keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I heard Eric does his best thinking with the butt plug in.
Wow. So we did go. So we did go there. Okay, I got you. Now I got it. Wow. Now, the butt plugs. Do they have the remote control with the vibrator? Or is it just one plug?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Oh, okay. I was going to go down to Condoms Galore right around the corner and see if that was true. So if we beat Baltimore, what then? Not sure what happened to myself.
If you guys beat Baltimore, I'll say week 1 was you guys trying to get your feet wet because Ravens are a real win. But if you lose, I'm going to say that the outlier was week 2 and you just beat up on a terrible Bears team.
Well, fuck you. All right? Fuck off. There's a mirror on his floor, too. Yeah, because he has a labia tear. That's why he has that mirror on the floor.
Eric, now that's a good one.
Wow. So I wanted to go back to Jim's about the Ravens and stuff about winning. Hey, as long as because almost lost that game last week. Henry, you got to stop him. He only gave me 2 points on my fantasy. So that's the first thing is you got to stop Henry. If you don't stop Henry, and Lamar Jackson's going to be doing the play action. He's going to run himself. It's going to be a long day for Detroit. Wow, butt hurt. Yeah, it does hurt. I heard.
Hey, Eric, speaking of eggs, your mom likes hers either scrambled or fertilized.
You might be contagious with black and silver blood. Wow. Well, I'm blue, so I'm immortal.
See, that's fucking weak, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I just said why.
Yeah, hit it.
My blood is black and silver because I've been a Raider fan my whole life. I bleed this shit. That's right.
Eric, you hit a home run with that first one. You should have just walked off base.
Yeah.
You followed it up with a complete whiff on that.
Yeah.
Dud.
Oh, Yenzer's got a hell of a stat here. The Lions have apparently never won in Baltimore.
Nope. And I don't expect that to change.
He is right. What the fuck happened to my fucking internet connection, you cocksucker?
Yeah, Jackson's going to be a problem, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck on containing Derrick Henry because only a few teams have his entire career.
And
Yeah,
Not just the NFL. We're going back to college and Pee Wee days.
What is that? Wait, Ken. What does that say? Woody is right. Yeah. See, when's my show start? When's my slot?
Woody, I've been fucking offering you this fucking slot for a fucking year now. You just got to take it.
Yeah, I got to take it. I got to take that slut. Yeah, I got you. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna make my sign. If there's a Cowboy fan behind me, I'm gonna say the sign's gonna say the asshole behind me can't see in the stands this week. So I can't wait, and I'm excited, but I just want it to be a good game this Sunday. But I don't know who's gonna cover CD with Jalen Johnson down. So
Who's gonna play quarterback for you for it to be a good game?
I don't know. Maybe Case Keenum. Why do Lions fans think they can beat Baltimore because they beat the Bears?
It's a real question.
Because I tell you the one thing is that it's a division game. It's supposed to be tight, and it wasn't tight at all. It was loose as Marilyn Monroe. But that's probably why. 'Cause now, if it was a close game, everybody's like, "Oh my God, that we got the Baltimore next." So now everybody has their ass up in the air, which is another thing that's not good. And they think that they're going to go out and beat Baltimore because they waxed on the division team.
That one's out of the park. That's a walk-off home run right there.
Wow. He said the P word. Oh, my God. So, Eric, you like the Brazilians? Brazilian type? Jesus Christ.
Now he's got to go put $1 in the swear jar.
Yeah, well, you guys would be having a salary if there was a jar with me in here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But I don't say the P word. Oh, my Lord. There's women watching. And Caleb.
Should we expect the Lions to eat the same 50 burger they gave the Bears?
Oh.
Question of the week right there, A-Dub.
I don't know, man.
If A-Dub calls this and Baltimore puts a 50 burger on them, I cannot wait for A-Dub to take his victory lap.
And then me and A-Dub can have our show. A-Dub, Woody, always right. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably might win games and might get us in the playoffs like he did too. But again, that year, the Sheagles paid Cody Parkey to double doink it. I still believe that to this day. We can beat who? Early one. Yeah, that's why they play the games every Sunday. You know how many surprises were on the first week, but first week they say it's preseason. So you never know. Never know. You didn't beat us, Jimmy. You fucking murdered us. Yep, I got you. Yeah.
Ooh,
look at Dan. And Dan don't say much.
Is this going to be another 12-9 game?
I don't know. Hopefully it's a Thursday night game. We played Washington a couple years ago, 15-13.
Ooh.
That was fucking brutal to watch.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniel. The Bears are going to be coming for the Raiders, and they're going to be 0-3. So that's going to be a trap game for the Raiders for sure because the Bears are going to be hungry.
0-3, huh? 0-3, huh? So you're already giving Dallas the win on Sunday.
Yeah.
Be honest with me, Joe. I'm not going to yell at you. Maybe.
I kind of hope that the Bears win this week.
But
I don't know. We'll see, man. Caleb's going to have to play pretty well.
Okay, we lost.
Because Dak, as shitty as Dak has been, Dak puts up numbers, man.
Well, he had 361 yards last week, but he needed 5 quarters to beat the Giants. But again, it's a division game.
Yeah.
Giants with Eli Manning, when they used to play Dallas in Dallas the first week, Giants always beat them every year when they opened up at Dallas. So you never know. It depends what team shows up.
Look at Daniel's logic here. Well, the Bears beat the Raiders last time they played them in Vegas. Yeah, usually that's a really good indicator. What happened last time is what's going to happen next time, right?
Hey, and the Bears won the Super Bowl in '85.
And that hasn't happened again since. That proves my point.
Well, yeah, that's what I say too. Yeah.
Like you won last year when we were on a fat losing streak with Gardner Minshew. Don't expect the same game, but that's all I'm going to say.
Not with Geno Smith in there. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not worried about next week. I'm worried about this week. So, but I think they're just shit talking it.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm hoping that against the Bears, Genty has his breakout party, dude.
Oh, you can go fuck this.
Why? So you can rub it into Broski?
No, because Broski wouldn't be surprised if Genty goes off against the Bears. He would still think he's a bust. Broski's realistic about the Bears, just like Woody is. Like, although I think Woody is a little more optimistic. Like he just hates. I think Woody hates Caleb, but Woody is like a little more optimistic because he's still like, hey, I think we can give the Cowboys a good game. I think Broski's like, until we get rid of Caleb and the ownership, we're just going to continue to suck. Like Broski is a bit of a nihilist.
Yeah, 15-31. The Bears are 15-36 with polls. Why the fuck is he still there, and why did he get an extension? Anybody explain that to me now?
Because they're the Chicago Bears and they do everything ass backwards.
Okay, that's why that Caleb has the mirror on the floor instead of the ceiling.
I was going to say, hold on, Woody. In order to answer that question, I have to think like the Bears, so I need to go huff some paint real quick.
Yeah. I'll meet you. We'll huff together. How about that?
One sleep for you and another sleep for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and some Oxy. Yep, got it. We'll be good.
Hey! I might join you then.
Yeah. Oxy is good shit. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Dude. I used to take one of them like 30 milligram oxys before you go into the Raider game, and I would just be like floating at halftime. You're just like,
I was talking to Darren about this the other day. I can't fucking wait till hockey starts. But the Bears go 0-3 into the Raiders and lose that game too. I'm hoping hockey will get here a month early.
Well, Woody, what happens if Caleb says I'm done with football and I want to pursue hockey and the Devils get him?
I will go. Yeah, I will go over there and hump your leg. That's what that will happen.
I thought you were going to do that anyway, Woody.
I was going to do that anyway, but I would give an extra pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
We got Yinzer to join us too.
Yeah. What did the other comments say with my name on it before this one?
Here we go.
What QB does Woody want from next year's draft? I want to know the guy from no Penn State. No,
that's that's what he's saying is I know not the guy from Penn State.
Oh, okay. And Broski disagrees with me. I like Sellers from South Carolina, even though he had a rough game last week. I like the way the guy plays, and I don't think Archie Manning's the answer. So there's not too many quarterbacks coming out in next year's draft, but we either have to go out and get another veteran or, just cut fucking Williams where we can't cut him. Trade him.
Or you might just have to settle for the Penn State quarterback.
Okay, on that note, don't you have to go? It's 11:59. Oh my god.
Hey. Don't worry, Woody. Not everybody here absolutely.
Not everybody has.
Don't like them either.
Not everybody has a bad experience in the shower.
Hey, I know Sandusky didn't. He had a great experience.
On that note, I think now's the time to go.
Hey, he's having a whole bunch more now in prison.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, we want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for my absolutely fucked up panel. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, Ken, can I cut in? You got a couple of seconds yet. One of my fantasy league names is Sandusky Sleepover. So there you go.
Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. Stay out of the Penn State showers.
Thank you.
And as always, go Pack, go.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports just